So customer may buy a bag. So one use case for your website will be buying bags, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What else can a customer do on your website?
Customized request.
Customize request. What kind of request are they customizing? Like, give an example, explain it.
Like make a dress.
Okay, so if they want to make a dress, right?
Yes.
So they can customize. So I made it request customization. What else can customers do on your website? So essentially, you're
buy
saying
fabric.
customers can order. You mentioned something. You said make a dress. So it means customer can order dresses.
Yes, order dresses. Yeah.
Okay. What else can customers do on your website?
They can buy fabric.
They can buy fabric. Okay. Okay. Any other thing?
You can buy fabric, buy apron.
Okay. They can buy. So apron, is apron a type of dress? No.
That dresses. It's a craft. Anyway, okay, we can change it to they can buy cushion covers.
Okay.
Buy cushion covers.
Okay. Your website is full.
Yes.
So it looks like you have plenty of things going on. And there may be more, but for the sake of this example, let's just stop here. Okay. Let me use something that is the same shape. So the first one was buy. What was the first one again? Buy
Bags.
bags. Okay. Okay. Now, I need the rest of us to jump in now. Okay. We're going to the next phase of this. So we have these use cases. Are there any relationship between these use cases? Are these use cases related to one another in any way? Like, is there any use case here that you can do if you want to do another use case? Or you must do if you want to do another use case? Or are there use cases who have missed? So I'm asking everyone now, please feel free to jump in.
Make payment.
I think
Make payment.
You can customize.
Hmm.
If you buy bags or dresses or fibers, they can request customization for either any of those use cases.
Okay. Winifred, is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Andrew has answered on your behalf. So you can customize. Now, what kind of relationship exists between buying bag and requesting customization? Is it extend or include?
Extend.
So
It
extend.
will be extend. You may.
Andrew, what do
You
you
may
think?
or may not.
May or may not.
Laura,
Yes.
is Laura there? We have not heard your voice.
Yeah, may is extend. Yeah.
Okay. It's extend, right? Okay. We have forgotten this. This one has the arrow for extend. Where is that? It has many things. Yes, this is extend. So buy bags can extend customization. Yeah. Okay. This is the but we said something. We said extend. The arrow should face the main use case, right? I think this was something I was trying to do yesterday. I was too tired. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, we should face the main use case. So let's use, yeah, this is it. Yeah, this should work. So we switch it. We put the other arrow. Put this arrow. Make this one none. So yes, that should work. Yeah, that worked. So unlike the other one platform that has like double direction switching, I think this one you just, so I made one the head, like I made the other side the, so this means this side is the head, and that is left is the head, and the right side is none. So the right side of this line, there's nothing there, and that has helped me twist it. So that is good. So we have extend. What else? Is there any other, Wale, you mentioned that some other things extend the same request customization.
I'm just going with a theory that, I mean, if I don't know if Winning does it or not, like they can request customization for the dresses.
Okay. Request customization for dresses. So order dress extends request customization. Okay. What else? Winnie, can you customize cushion covers?
Yes.
Okay. So let's move by fabric to the side and do cushion covers and get another extend arrow. Okay. Okay, so we have buy cushion covers, all these extending request customization. Do we all understand what's going on here? Do we understand what's going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we have buy fabric, then all these buy bag, other dresses, all these things. What relationship would they have with making payment?
They
Is it extend or include?
Include.
I think it should be include. Yeah.
Because you must up, you must pay, you must make payment in all.
Okay. So I'm just creating space so I can find somewhere to put the make payment in such a way that it won't, to prevent my line from crossing. Like I said, that's just to make everything more, to make it clear. So I highlighted all these so I can move them together. If I put make payment here, then I can
If
put
this is a
include arrows.
website,
Yes, it's a website.
yes, so will you not have to put all of those in the cart first? There has to be a cart somewhere before you make payments.
Okay. So is putting it in a cart, is that a use case or an activity?
Okay.
I would say it's an activity.
Okay.
Activity.
So we're modeling use cases. You see why we
Okay.
will not put activities. Of course, if you want to go into great detail in your use case modeling, you can include that, but there are other models that would help you show those activities. The next model we're doing, process modeling, you will model all the activities in the use case, in each use case, okay? So you don't need
Okay.
to show that level of detail here. It will be weird because then you won't have a clean diagram. You have activities on activity. They are not even use cases anyways. So it's not use
Yeah,
case
so
modeling.
essentially we're just doing what's it called now?
Use case.
We're modeling use cases. If you remember, I said how you know something is a use case is if you can wake up and tell your spouse or your relative that you are going to do that thing with a system. So I know you not want to wake up and say, hey, my sweetheart, I am going to insert things in a cart on Amazon, right? I'm sure she will say, good, you are going on Amazon, but you are just inserting things in a cart. What will that do for us, right? What's the goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Right? Because you haven't accomplished anything tangible that way, right? So, and that's how you differentiate what is a use case from what is an activity. So here, buy fabric is here. So now we can use include. I'm looking for the include arrow. No, found it. Is next to extend. So I can take. So includes make payment. So I mistakenly added extend. You see, I can just delete extend and type include if I want. Right. So I'm showing you all this so you know there's really nothing to be scared of with these things. So other addresses includes make payment, and I can do the same for this fellow. I don't like this arrow, so let me use the include. And change the direction. Okay, so I'm saying all these include make payment. Okay.
Prof, you're supposed
Yes.
to, from if the customer is making uh, the order, take for
Mhm.
example, the customer want to buy bag, want to order dress, there's supposed to be an arrow from the customer.
Yes. In
So
fact,
you're gonna,
these are not all the use cases. In
yeah,
this website where I've assumed that the person does not have to log in. So how will we know, right? So there's no login, although it's a secondary use case, but those are the kind of questions we should be asking ourselves. That's why I like the point Tosin made, but it was an activity he mentioned. So you have to be asking yourself, is there anything that must be done for any of these use cases to take place? And is that thing a use case, right? So if you had, we should have login here, for example, and say making payment for can include login. Okay. So yes, you are correct. The customer should have
yeah,
arrows
yeah, right,
or lines showing their relationship. So customer can buy a bag.
yeah,
We'll have plenty lines from the customer to all these use cases. So customer can order. Yes. And you now start. The rest is design, right?
yeah,
Customer can buy cushion. Customer can buy fabric. Okay, so I have a customer can do this 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Customer can actually request customization, but that's a secondary use case. So they can buy a bag, which may include requesting customization. So that's fine. We don't need an arrow going to request customization. Now, what can the seller or producer do? Winifred, what do you do in your company, in your shop?
Advertise.
So if you had this online, okay, so advertise. Hmm, okay. So if you had this online system, what would you do with it?
Okay.
How would you use
What
it?
will I would upload products.
Okay, so upload product. So like stock product, we can say stock. Okay, what else?
Um, um, package orders that have been paid for.
Okay, but you don't need the website to do that.
Okay. 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 So yeah, but I can go there to upload product. I can go there to announce sales.
Okay,
Is that okay?
yes. So those are good use cases.
Upload products. Um,
So we can say, what else did you say you want to do?
I
You
said
want to
announce
announce
sales or like
product.
announce sales or would you say sales or newsletters, updates?
That's fine. Announce sales is good.
Okay.
So do we get the gist now?
Mhm.
So this is Winnie's online shop, and these are use cases. We didn't add that login, but of course you can add the login to it if you want. So to make payment, you can say the customer must log in. And then you choose what type of relationship will exist between login and make payment. Who can tell me what kind of relationship will exist? Tosin, I know you missed some of the classes, and that's why I'm asking you. What kind of relationship will exist? So is it extend or include? Making payment, will it extend or include login?
Include.
Include.
Hmm. So make payment will include login. Now, I'm sure there's a better way to arrange. Now, this is where design, fine art comes in, right? There may be a better way to organize these things so that fewer lines will need to cross, okay? But of course, this is my first draft for Winnie's online shop. So there may be a way to maybe move, maybe if we put these things in a separate place, we can, right? But for now, is good. You can see the relationship between the use cases, and that's why they are dots, dotted lines, so you can know relationship between use cases stand out. You can see the association between the actors and each use case. Right.
Well, for use case for the seller, would you say fulfill order as a
Fulfill order,
as
yes, you can
include?
have that. Yes. So fulfill order will include what?
So once the product is, so the seller must fulfill order once payment, once order has been made by customer.
Okay, so we're not representing the process. We're just representing how the person would use the system. So fulfill order can be a full use case, standalone use case. And so and that may include so many things, maybe identifying the orders, getting address, those kind of things, right? So it can be a use case for the seller on his own, standing alone. It doesn't have to connect to any other thing. So I understand what you're trying to say, which is payment has been made. Can we link something to, right? But that will represent in a process map. For this, we just want to show what the different people can do and or the different actors can do and the association between those things. Okay.
What about the update product and announce sales? There is nothing connecting them with other use cases on inside the
Yes,
container.
exactly.
Is it
And
possible?
yes. So there is not a must to have something connect. If there's no association, there is no association. Okay. So we're not modeling the process. We're just modeling the different things different actors can do on Winnie's online shop. And some of those things relate to other things, but some may not. Okay. And we're not also modeling the order in which things happen. So because we put buy bags here does not mean it's buy bag that will first happen. It doesn't matter. We're just modeling all the things this customer can do, all the things the seller can do. All right. So seller cannot request customization. That's why we're not linking. We're assuming seller cannot request customization. Right. Any question? So this is with Draw.io. The tool I told you is freely available to everyone. Abolore, any question? Laura, any question?
Yeah, I tried logging into the Lucid chat,
But my profile, I don't know whether I chose a wrong profile or not wrong really. My profile doesn't show these details. I chose data analytics. It doesn't show this extensive. I didn't even see a container and all that. So it made me feel like lost. I don't know what profile you're using, so whether I can correct it so that I can be able to see these different um, things you're seeing on your own. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I understand. So number one, this is draw.io. Okay, not Lucy Chat. What I'm using right now is draw.io. Have you watched yesterday's video? Have you had the time?
Not completely. No, I came in
Okay.
late, so
Yes,
I've
I
had
know.
all the part
So
of.
go and watch the video.
No.
Okay. Yes. And the day before yesterday, we talked about the different tools, and I mentioned the key differences between them, which is which one is free, which one only allows you do some modeling and all that. So please go and make sure you watch all those videos, right, so that you can be well informed. Okay.
Okay, but what's your profile? Sorry, just
I don't
is
have
that
any
is that
profile. There's no
do I have
profile.
a-
I just opened draw.io and UML and started doing it. There's no profile. No,
oh,
nothing. Okay. So let's go into, okay, our time is a bit, let's go into what we should be discussing today. Which is the second part of use cases. So the second part of your use case modeling. Now, you see, in the use case models I showed you, I said our focus is just on representing what the different actors can do with the system. Right? We're not interested in representing the particular activities they will perform or the order in which they will do things. Now, the reason why use case models can do that, because use case models are what are called abstractions. All models are abstractions, but they are high level representation of your system. I mentioned to you that dealing with requirements, right? The requirements you collected from stakeholders is almost like landing a plane, right? So we started from context diagram, which only gave us this very high level view, summarized view, no details of our system. And we moved to mind maps, which showed us the different components of our system, but nothing on how our system will behave. Then we have come to use case diagrams, which is showing us how our system will interact, how the components of our system will interact with one another, and how a user can use our system. So it's showing us to some extent how our system will behave, but there is no order. So we can't know what activity or use case is coming first or what will come next. And we can't also see how things will be carried out. So, but that is one half of a use case. The second half of a use case or of use case modeling is what is called use case narratives. Use case narratives, right? Some people also call it use case specifications. So ideally, you are not supposed to do just use case diagrams alone. The second part is use case narrative. That's where you now write all those connections, all the details that you did not include in this model. You will include it in the narratives. For those of you who have very sharp eyes, you will see this fellow chilling here. So you understand what this symbol is, or this saying, what it represents. The devil is in the details, right? So this is where you now really, really get to work writing and specifying the details of your use case model. So a use case narrative would usually consist of use case diagram, a use case name, use case description or goal, the actors, precondition, post-condition, basic flow, alternate flow. Some will combine this, alternate flow, exception flow, and business rule. So a use case diagram would usually consist of, a use case narrative will consist of all this. Now, what a use case narrative does is, for a use case narrative, ideally, meaning if you want to follow the standard, what you'll be doing is, you see that use case model we created, like the one we created for Winnie's online shop, or take this one. You will now take each of these use case and maybe the actor that is the actors involved in this use case. You can include extensions, but we're focused on this use case and this actor. You take this, you model each one separately like this. So this is for booking airline ticket, which may extend booking a tour. So travel agencies involved, airline companies involved. So you model each one independently, individually, and you put them on the first page of your document. So you show this booking airline ticket now as a use case. You will now break down the activities involved in booking airline tickets. So you create a module that only shows this part, this top part, and you paste it. Then you now you fill a form. That's the narrative, where you explain the steps, the process that will be involved in carrying out just this use case, this book airline ticket. Then you do the same thing for every main use case, every primary use case. So for your use case narrative, this one single use case diagram, you may need to break it to maybe 5 or 6 different diagrams and then explain in detail the use cases. So give me a second. Let me pull up. Luckily, there are templates for doing this. So I want to pull up a template so you can see what a use case narrative template looks like. Then I'll walk us through how we can complete a use case narrative template. So let me pause. So, but that's fine. The key thing is that we understand it. So these examples will be online for us to see. I can make this template available if you want. Again, there are other templates online, and some organizations already have, any organization that is doing this type of documentation would already have a way they do it. So they already have their own template. But again, it's just going to be something like this for you to fill out if you ever are in an environment where you need to do this. Okay. Most environments are switching to more agile approaches, which means you find less and less of these things being required, these techniques. But you should know it in case you never know. You never know what environment you've been. So this is a very good way to document the way a system will be used and the way a system will behave, especially for business. Okay, any question? This is a use case template. And all these specifications are in there. Any question?